Good morning, madam. WPC Ackland, Sunhill Police. I've come to see Mrs. Frida Murray.
My mother, she was burgled last night.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Run out of uniforms, have they? Or don't you bother getting dressed up when it's only some old dear? I'll do that. We don't want any more calamities.
Hello, Mrs. Murray. June Ackland.
Are you the social worker? I told them I didn't need one.
She's the police, Mum.
You spoke to one of my colleagues last night. He probably told you about the victim support scheme. I'm with the burglary team.
You won't have any problems getting a result on this one.
No?
If she'd told him everything last night, he'd have been in a cell by now.
Oh, don't start all that over again.
Yeah,
I'm sick of it.
All right, one step at a time. Let's start at the beginning.
She came downstairs at 11 o'clock last night and found some tow rag going through her biscuit tins.
Biscuit tins?
That's where she keeps her money. Doesn't trust banks. They get robbed.
So you surprised an intruder and he had a go at you?
No. I got her to start, I just fell over. I didn't want a fuss made.
Fuss? He nicked 15 quid. I wouldn't have known anything about it if Mrs. Gray next door hadn't phoned me this morning.
You told the uniformed officer that you couldn't recognise the burglar, Mrs. Murray.
That's what she's telling everyone.
Mrs. Murray?
It was dark, and I wasn't wearing my specs.
Well, I know who it was. And I want to see him strung up by his thumbs.
Another break-in at Elverton Park. Just what we didn't want. Fifth now in a fortnight.
June Ackland's over there now, sir.
Yeah. Smollett's built up a good relationship with the Residents' Association. If Operation Bumblebee can get a result on this one, it'll show them we're not all just talk. Has Donna drawn a profile yet?
There's no specific MO, sir. Just small-time stuff. Seems to be a case of thieving when the opportunity presents itself.
It may be small time, Alistair.
But not too small for Bumblebee.
I'm behind this burglary initiative all the way. But in the final analysis, it has to be more than just public relations. It has to catch thieves. Otherwise, the residents of Elverton Park will think we're like England football team. Impressive work rate, but can't get a ball in the net.
Darren Hancock, I know that name.
He's a well-known thief. And she gives him the key to the front door.
He's been doing jobs for me.
I don't know why he didn't just put the money in an envelope and post it to him.
He put them shelves up. And he's fixing the tiles in the bathroom. I gave him the key so he could get in when I'm out.
Easy pickings, that's all you are to him. Easy pickings.
I remember him now. He lives on the other side of Elverton Park, doesn't he?
Ralston Buildings, number 20. Get over there before he does a runner.
So I'm trying to keep ants out.
Anything nicked?
Nah, only 'cause no one's daft enough to leave anything here.
Kids with nothing better to do, eh?
There's plenty of better things they could be doing, Ron. Why can't they see it's their community hall too? Only have to ask the Residents' Association. They get a key. They wouldn't need to break in.
Coming in the legal way wouldn't be any fun, though, would it now, eh? Oh, Jim, by the way, I'm doing the rounds of residents groups in the area, filling them in on our burglary initiative scheme.
I was meaning to ask you about that, Ron. You got time for a cup of tea?
You know me, I can always find time for a cup of tea.
We've been more comfortable over at my place. Besides, I want to check on Carol.
She's not at school today?
No, she's feeling a bit run down. She's been studying hard, so, I told her to stay at home. I heard about old Mrs. Murray getting burgled. Makes you sick. Elverton Park used to be such a decent neighbourhood.
It can be again. You're getting there. You and the Residents' Association. I mean, look, graffiti's gone from the garages.
Yeah, how long's it going to stay like that, eh? Do you ever get the feeling you're flogging a dead horse?
Now, if you thought that, you wouldn't bother.
Yeah. At least it keeps me out of mischief, eh?
Darren Hancock? You say he's known to us?
Well, he's known to me. I nicked him when he was about 15 a couple of years ago. He lives at 20 Ralston Buildings.
Have you spoken to Mrs. Murray's neighbours?
The area car PC spoke to them last night. They weren't much help.
Yeah, that's before we knew about Darren Hancock. Have another word with him, June. I'll pop round to Ralston Buildings myself. Morning. DS Gregg, Sunhill CID. I'm looking for Darren Hancock.
Why?
Is he in?
He's out with his little sister.
When's he likely to be back?
No idea.
Are you his mother?
His mother, not his keeper.
Who is it?
Filth.
You don't happen to know where Darren was around about 11 o'clock last night, do you?
Funny you should ask. No, I don't.
He wasn't at home then.
Well, he could have been. My boyfriend and me were out.
Right, when he returns, perhaps you'd ask him to contact Sun Hill.
Yeah, well, if you see him first, tell him to hurry up and get back in with my fags.
Watch out, mate. Give my little sister a fright.
You wouldn't be Darren Hancock by any chance, would you?
What if I am?
Detective Sergeant Gregg, Sun Hill CID. I've been looking for you.
Oh, yeah?
I see you shop at the hypermarket, Mr. Hancock. It says not to be taken away.
Oh, well, I never noticed that. I'll take it back then.
Later. I'd like a word with you about another matter at Sun Hill, if you've no objections.
Well, what other matter?
Burglary. The theft of £15 from Mrs. Frida Murray.
Frida's been burgled.
You didn't know?
Well, how could I? I haven't been round there this morning. You're not trying to say it was me, are you?
I'm inviting you for a chat at Sun Hill, that's all.
Well, no, I'm not going. I'm innocent.
Then you've nothing to fear.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Darren! What have you been up to?
Hey, did you get my fags?
On second thoughts, I'll be happy to come down to Sun Hill.
Oh, June, do you know Kay Reynolds? Darren Hancock's probation officer.
Yeah, we've met. You didn't waste your time getting here.
Had to come here in another matter, but I got a phone call as I was leaving the office. Darren's mother.
Ah.
I have to say, it could well be a solicitor he needs, not his probation officer.
He's halfway through 120 hours of community service. That's how he got to know Frida Murray. He's been doing jobs around the house for her.
Until do-it-yourself turned into help yourself.
But she's been a good influence on him. He swears he's given up thieving.
Tell that to the local supermarkets.
Oh, come on, Sarge. He might be a bit of a tearaway, but there's no real nastiness in him.
He was 15 when you nicked him, June. He's 17 now, not a chubby-faced kid anymore.
All the same, I wouldn't have thought he'd steal from an old lady.
First Frida, now you two sticking up for him. He must have some effect on women. Right, perhaps you'd like to tell me where you were yesterday evening.
Elverton Park.
Whereabouts in Elverton Park?
The park itself.
The whole evening?
From about 9 till 11:30.
Alone?
No, I was with someone.
Mind telling me who?
A girl.
Must have been pitch black in the park that time of night.
So we didn't go to play frisbee.
Oh, so it was romance, you mean?
You're quick. It's no wonder you're a detective.
A word of warning, Darren. You're not at the Palladium, you're at Sun Hill Nick. And you're not a juvenile anymore, you're 17, which means that you could be looking at a custodial sentence.
Look, I didn't do it. I wouldn't need money from Frida.
You're the man best placed. You had a key.
Well, exactly. I could have got to it any time. I wouldn't have to wait till she's gone to bed.
You also knew that she kept money in a biscuit tin.
Who says I knew?
Whoever burgled her certainly knew. They didn't bother rifling the drawers, they just went straight for the tin.
Well, I was nowhere near Frida's when it happened.
No, you were taking a moonlight stroll in the park. The young lady will verify that, won't she?
I'd rather not get her involved. It will make things awkward for her.
How come?
Her old man, he disapproves of me.
I can't think why.
Look, there's no need to be sarcastic. Look, I'm helping you with your inquiries, right? You said it yourself, I can walk out of here at any time.
Yeah, all right. But try and see it from my point of view, Darren. You're asking me to take it on trust that you were in the park when Frida Murray was burgled. Unfortunately, your record doesn't inspire trust.
All right. Her name's Carol Redman. Her old man's Jim Redman, the Ayatollah of the Residents Association. I'm sure he'll be thrilled when he finds out she was in the bushes with me.
Oh,
Hello, June. Small world.
that is Jim Redman's house, isn't it?
Yeah. Community hall got broken into last night. I've just spent an hour going over Operation Bumblebee with him.
Oh, he likes the details, does he?
Nah, he's all right, Jim. Takes his Residents Association work very seriously. Mind you, being long-term unemployed, that's all he's got, apart from his daughter.
Yeah, it's the daughter I've come to see.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, is she at home?
Bright girl, hoping to go to university. Do you want me to come in with you?
I'll manage without a minder if it's all the same to you, Ron.
Yeah, fair enough. June?
Yeah?
Don't mention Mrs. Redman if you can avoid it. She walked out on him 2 years ago. He's touchy about it.
Cheers. Mr. Redman, WPC Ackland. I'm from the burglary team.
Oh, come in. If it's got anything to do with the break-in at the community hall, go through.
Thank you.
I told Ron nothing was nicked.
No, it's not about that. I need to ask your daughter a couple of questions.
Carol?
Yeah, Ron said that she was here. I need to know whether she was with Darren Hancock yesterday evening.
You what? Hey, yobbo, of course she wasn't with him.
Could I talk to her?
Carol? Yeah? Can you come down here a minute, please? She was around at her school friends all last night. The exams are coming up and, you know, they help each other swap.
Hello, Carol. I'm WPC Ackland.
Yeah, I was just saying you were around Fiona's yesterday evening. Somehow she seems to have got the idea you were with Darren Hancock.
No, it's not what I'm saying, Mr. Redman. It's what I've come here to ask. Look, do you think we could sit down for a minute?
Sure.
Carol, can I ask you when you last saw Darren Hancock?
Don't tell me he's in trouble and he's trying to use Carol as an alibi. He's nothing but bad news, that kid. Sneaking round here when he thinks I'm out, phoning up at all hours.
Dad.
But it's not true, is it? You weren't with him.
Carol?
What's he told you?
When did you see him?
Last night, I suppose.
Suppose we ought to know.
Well, yeah, I do.
So?
What?
Were you with him last night?
Look, don't pressurise me. I can't think straight at the moment.
Can't you see she's under the weather? She's got a very bad cold.
I simply need to know whether she was with him yesterday evening at the time he claims. So you were with him. Till when?
Till I came home, about 11:30.
You told me you were around at Fiona's last night.
I can't study all the time. I need a break. And if I told you I was going to meet Darren, you'd have hit the roof.
Was that him who phoned this morning? Carol, has he put you up to saying this?
Is that true, Carol? Look, Carol, I'm sorry, but I need a definite answer. Darren could be in serious trouble.
Yes, I was with him all yesterday evening, all right? Now get off my back. I'm fed up with a lot of you.
Mrs. Murray, did Darren know you kept money in a biscuit tin?
He told me not to. Said everyone knows that old dears all keep their money in a biscuit tin.
I see. He told me he didn't know you kept it there.
Oh.
And it's not the only lie he's told me either. In fact, I get the impression that I'm being taken for a chump all round.
I've told the police all I know.
I don't think you have. I think you're covering up for him.
Whose house got burgled? If I say I don't want a fuss made...
It's not that simple. Burglary is a criminal offence.
I just want to forget the whole business.
People who get burgled, it's not just the theft that upsets them. It's the thought of having their home invaded by a stranger. But you're taking it all in your stride, really, aren't you? Because it wasn't a stranger, was it?
I'd like to see Chief Inspector Conway, please.
Do you have an appointment, sir?
He knows me, Jim Redman.
I don't know if he's free at the moment. Can I ask what it's in connection with?
Yeah, 643 WPC Ackland, bullying my daughter.
So, the stroppy little scrote's got away with it, has he?
His girlfriend's supporting his alibi and Frida won't shop him. We've nothing else on him, Cuff.
Maybe we can sweat him for a bit longer.
He's here voluntarily, sir.
Well, we could still barbecue him, just for fun. All right, sling him out.
I thought the idea of this Bumblebee thing was to put the pressure on villains. That's what Ron Smollett told me this morning.
That's right, yes.
So why are you putting the pressure on my daughter? She's not a criminal.
WPC Ackland is an experienced and sympathetic officer.
She wasn't very sympathetic towards my daughter. Carol's got her exams coming up. She doesn't need this sort of aggravation.
Well, in what way has she pressurised Carol exactly?
Get her to say that she was with that Darren Yobbo last night.
Well, was she with him?
Of course not.
Well, why didn't she just say that then?
Because he's put her up to it. She's confused. She's been under the weather and the thought of the exams. She's very nervy. She's like her mother.
Are you sure it's WPC Ackland you're angry with, Mr. Redman?
What do you mean?
Look, I've got teenage kids of my own. I know exactly how exasperating they could be.
I'm not here for a talk on parenting. I came here to make a complaint. When you spoke to the Residents' Association that time, you said that if there was anything we were unhappy about...
My door would always be open, yes. But making a formal complaint is a serious step. Now, on the other hand, if you leave it with me, I will look into the matter personally.
Oh. That's police jargon for sweep it under the carpet, is it?
That is police jargon for I will look into the matter.
Don't feel bad. Even the best of us get it wrong sometimes.
The case isn't closed yet, so don't try making a dash for South America. I might want another chat.
June. Have a word. I've just had Mr. Redman in my office chewing the carpet.
Ah,
Well, he reckons you've been browbeating his daughter.
yeah, well, that's his interpretation.
I know he can be a pain at times, but he's a useful ally, and reducing his daughter to tears is a negative move.
Sir, she's as touchy as a ballerina. In fact, I think there's something iffy about the whole situation.
You mean she's lying?
Well, I wouldn't rule it out.
Well, if we do need to speak to her again, let DS Gregg handle it, will you? I mean, I managed to defuse Redmond for the moment, but we don't want to push it.
Over there, Sarge.
Mrs. Murray?
I've got some good news.
Let's go in here.
I found the money, the £15.
You found it?
In the tea caddy, not in the biscuit tin. So you see, it wasn't stolen after all. I'm getting forgetful in my old age.
It's odd you didn't come across it before now.
Well, it was right at the bottom of the tea caddy.
Mrs. Murray, I'm beginning to lose patience.
What do you mean?
I don't like being lied to. Darren's been to see you, hasn't he? Has he given you the money back so you won't change your mind about shopping him?
I wouldn't shop him anyway. When he came round this morning, I told him I'd never believe for a moment it was him.
This morning? He's been here most of the morning.
Early this morning, before any of you showed up. Came round to check if I was okay. That's the kind of boy he is.
That's very interesting. When I picked him up, he told me he didn't know you'd been burgled. I'd given up hope of nicking him, but in the light of this new information, I think I'll pull him in again.
Carol? Hello, Carol. Thought you were having the day off school.
Sierra 1 receiving. Disturbance, Ralston Buildings, Elverton Park. Yeah, understood, Sarge. ETA 2 minutes.
Sierra Oscar from DS Gregg receiving, over.
Go ahead, Alistair.
Yeah, I'm on my way there now. Ralston Buildings is where Darren Hancock lives. What the hell's going on?
I don't know, Sarge. I haven't had a chance to ask yet.
It's Redman. He started it. Turns up, has a go at Darren.
Little swine, he ought to be locked up.
I'm the one that ought to be locked up, mate, in a padded cell.
Right, shut up. Are you Jim Redmond?
Yes.
Right, I want a word with you. And you, in here. Come on. Right. What's all this about?
I'm sick of him making trouble for my Carol. I don't want to end up as rubbish like him.
Oh, you'd rather her end up like a zombie, eh?
What are you talking about?
See, he hasn't even noticed.
Notice what?
She's peeled up to the eyeballs half the time.
You what?
It's because of you, the pressure you put her under. Oh, my Carol, the Wonder Girl. She's going to pass all exams without even breaking sweat. Well, she can't take it anymore.
You lying little...
I'm warning you, Mr. Red.
It's the truth. She's hooked on pills. Temazepam, she throws them down her throat like Smarties.
Right. Well, maybe we better have a chat with Carol if she's got a drug problem.
Of course she hasn't got a drug problem. He can't open his mouth without lying.
All right, if you don't believe me, go and ask her.
Hello, June. Here, you've been up to your old tricks again.
Come off it, June. Police brutality. Look, you know the public kick up a stink.
No wonder they called her the Beast of Sunhill. Ah, June, I've got to interview a suspect. I couldn't borrow your knuckle dusters, could I?
One day you lot might grow up, but I doubt it.
Carol? Carol? I just got upstairs and check. Carol? 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 You in there? Okay, I'm coming in. Carol? Carol? Carol, can you hear me? Wake up, Carol. Wake up. I can't wake her. I can't wake her up. Carol. Carol. Carol, listen to me. Carol, wake
Sarah
up.
Oscar from DS Gregg receiving,
Wake up,
over.
Carol. Can you hear me?
Alistair.
Yeah, request an ambulance to 62. That's 62 Cheetham Road, Elverton Park. Possible drug overdose.
Will do.
No, Carol wouldn't take a drug overdose. She wouldn't. Carol. What's that? What's she taking? Oh, Carol, what have you been taking?
I didn't even know it was Carol till Darren said. I told you I wasn't wearing my specs.
It wasn't your eyesight that was at fault, it was your judgment. You could have saved my colleagues and I a lot of time and shoe leather.
He begged me not to grass.
Grass? You're supposed to be a good influence on him. He's a bad one on you, more like.
He's crazy about her. I've known that for ages.
Carol's got a problem, Mrs. Murray. She's dependent on tranquilizers.
She's going to get help now, isn't she?
No thanks to you and Darren. You might have thought you were protecting her, but what she needed was to have the problem recognised so she could get it treated.
Well, you've solved the burglary, so I don't know why you're getting so hot under the collar.
You still don't see it, do you? Carol might have died.
How is she?
They say she'll be all right. She needs rest. Will she be charged with the burglaries?
Well, it's too early to say. I would imagine she'll be referred to YACS. That's the Youth and Community section.
Can't win, can you? Let them run wild, you're accused of neglect. Push them too hard.
Yeah. Well, there's no formula to being a successful parent. You just have to go by instinct, I suppose.
My instinct tells me not to bother anymore.
It's a bit early to throw in the towel, isn't it?
What, I should wait a bit longer? Like I've waited all this time for a job to turn up. People who've got jobs. You think it's easy, don't you? Lose one job, just get another one.
No, of course I don't think it's easy.
Of course, you don't have to worry. No chance the police being laid off. We need you a lot more than ever, the way things are going.
And Carol needs you more than ever.
Me?
Who else has she got?
It's because of Carol I got involved in the Residents' Association. Do you think I want to spend my time scrubbing graffiti off walls? I didn't want her to end up like all the other kids with a criminal record by the time she's 20. I wanted something better for her.
Well, she needed the cash to buy the pills.
And she knew where Frida kept her money?
Well, I must have mentioned it.
You didn't mention it to me. If you had...
Well, you'd have just taken it as proof that I was the culprit.
You made trouble for yourself, Darren.
When you've got a record, nobody believes what you say anyway.
You thought you were being smart, didn't you? Telling me you were in the park with her. Making out that she was your alibi when all the time you were hers.
It seemed like smart thinking at the time.
Oi! While you're here, I want him nicked. There's 15 quid missing from my wallet.
Well, he'd only have lost it at the bookies anyway. I was saving him from himself.